What if I told you? A man spent 27 years in prison, in a tiny dark cell, with hard labor, pain, and loneliness. But when he finally became free, he did not take revenge. Instead, he became the president of his country and changed history forever. This is not a movie story. This is the real-life story of Nelson Mandela, the man who fought against racism, inspired millions, and proved that forgiveness is more powerful than hate. In today's English learning story, you will discover how a small village boy became a world leader, why he was sent to prison for 27 years, and how he changed South Africa forever. This story will inspire you, improve your English, and teach you an unforgettable life lesson. So watch till the end, because this story might change the way you see courage and success. Let's begin. Chapter 1. A small boy with big dreams. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in a small village called Mbizo in South Africa. His real name was Rolihlahla Mandela. In his language, the name meant troublemaker. And interestingly, he really did grow up to challenge the system. Mandela came from a simple family. His father was a local chief, and his mother was kind and religious. As a child, Mandela loved listening to stories from village elders around the fire at night. The stories were about brave African warriors, freedom, and justice. These stories deeply influenced young Mandela. He started dreaming about a better future for his people. At school, one of his teachers gave him the English name, Nelson. During those times, many African children were given English names in school. Mandela was intelligent, quiet, and disciplined. He enjoyed learning and worked very hard. But outside school, life was unfair. Black people in South Africa were treated badly because of apartheid, a cruel system created by the government. Under apartheid, black people could not vote. They could not live in certain places. They had fewer opportunities, and they were treated as second-class citizens. Even as a young boy, Mandela could see this injustice. And deep inside, something started burning in his heart. Chapter 2. The Young Man Who Wanted Change. As Mandela grew older, he moved to Johannesburg, a big city full of opportunities and problems. For the first time, he saw the true pain of racism. Black workers were underpaid. Families were separated. People lived in fear. Mandela decided he could not stay silent. He studied law and became one of the few black lawyers in South Africa. Together with his friend Oliver Tambo, he opened a law office. Poor people came to them for help because many lawyers refused to defend black citizens. Mandela worked day and night. But soon, he realized something important. Laws alone could not change the system. So he joined the African National Congress, also called ANC. The ANC was fighting peacefully for equal rights. Mandela organized protests, meetings, and campaigns. The government became nervous. They watched Mandela closely. But Mandela was fearless. He once said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." People started seeing him as a leader. But leadership came with danger. Chapter 3. Arrested by the government. The South African government wanted to stop Mandela. Police followed him everywhere. Sometimes he had to secretly move from place to place. People even called him the Black Pimpernel, because he escaped police many times. But in 1962, Mandela was finally arrested. The government accused him of trying to overthrow the system. During the famous Rivonia trial, Mandela stood in court and gave a speech that shocked the world. He said, "I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination." Then he added powerful words. "It is an ideal for which I am prepared to die." The courtroom became silent. Soon after, Mandela was sentenced to life in prison. Many people thought his story had ended. But actually, his real journey was just beginning. Chapter 4. 27 years in prison. Mandela was sent to Robben Island prison. The prison was cold, lonely, and cruel. His cell was tiny. He slept on the floor. Every day, prisoners worked hard breaking stones under the hot sun. The guards treated black prisoners badly. Mandela could not freely meet his family. He could not hug his children. Sometimes he received letters months late. Years passed slowly. 1 year. 5 years. 10 years. Still Mandela remained strong. Inside prison, he continued reading, studying, and inspiring others. Even some prison guards started respecting him. Mandela believed education was powerful. He once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Outside prison, the world was changing. People across different countries demanded Mandela's freedom. Students marched in streets. Governments criticized South Africa. Songs were written about Mandela. He became a global symbol of hope. But the South African government still refused to release him. Then finally, after 27 long years, everything changed. Chapter 5: Freedom at Last. In 1990, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison. The entire world watched on television. People were cheering, crying, and celebrating. After nearly 3 decades in jail, Mandela was free. But here is the most surprising part. He did not ask for revenge. He did not tell people to fight. Instead, he spoke about peace, unity, and forgiveness. Many people were shocked. How could a man suffer for 27 years and still forgive? But Mandela believed hate only creates more hate. He wanted to build a new South Africa for everyone, black and white, together. Chapter 6: Becoming President. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic election. For the first time, black citizens could vote freely. Millions of people stood in long lines for hours. And Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. It was a historic moment. The prisoner had become president. Mandela worked hard to unite the country. He encouraged peace between different races. Instead of punishment, he promoted forgiveness. The world admired him. He received many international awards, including the Nobel Peace Prize. But Mandela stayed humble. He smiled often. He listened carefully. And he never forgot the struggles of ordinary people. Chapter 7: Mandela's Final Message. As Mandela grew older, his health became weaker. But his message remained powerful. He taught the world that courage is stronger than fear, forgiveness is stronger than hatred, and hope is stronger than suffering. Nelson Mandela passed away in 2013. But his legacy still lives on. Today, millions of people continue to learn from his life. A poor village boy changed an entire nation. Not with violence, but with courage, wisdom, and humanity. So friends, what do we learn from Mandela's story? Life may be difficult. People may hurt you. You may face failures and pain. But never lose hope. Because one patient, brave person can change the world. If you enjoyed this English learning story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And comment below. What inspired you most about Nelson Mandela? Thank you for watching.